Yeah! Welcome to Cooking with PapaTuck and PapaTuck's Kitchen. How y'all doing out there? Today we got us up a special. We're going to throw us up a real quick chicken dinner together. And it's really, really simple to do. And it's awesome for the working family. Come on home, throw this thing together, and everything you need is mostly in your houses, I would hope. I mean, it's except for maybe some brandy. Oh, well, maybe you got your brandy too. But this is really, really, really simple to throw together. It's called red wine chicken, PapaTucks RedWineChicken. And what goes in this is, I always put a couple cans of green beans. Doesn't really matter. It's simple. Most people have it in the cupboard. And I always like to use the Island Mango marinade for this. I'm going to marinate the chicken. I'll show you that in a minute. And I got a couple packages of chicken. You know, very simple. Just went down to Bob's here on the island and picked that up. But we'll do that in a minute. And then I got a little bit of red wine going in there. Any kind of red wine to do. Pink wine, red wine, whatever wine. And I always put a little bit of brandy in there. Any kind of brandy you do. I got some onions going in there. And this, I've got 3 onions going into this. And I've got some garlic going into this. And believe this or not, I've got just a little bit of peppermint flavor going into this. Very, very little. All right, and then we're also going to be throwing a can of crushed tomatoes in there. Just 1 can of 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. That's going to go in there. And, of course, you got to have some of your green virgin olive oil. And a side dish is going to be a little bit of rice on the side. And I'll show you how this all comes together. Let me put this over here. And then we've got a little bit of ground ginger going into this. So let's start by throwing a little bit of olive oil in our Presto. Yeah, I love my Presto. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cover the bottom a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. There you go. Get that covered. And we're going to put that on warm just to start bringing it up to temperature. Maybe 250. I'm going to put that on like 250. I'm going to put my can out of the way. I'm going to put my brandy out of the way. And we are going to cut up our onions a little bit. Now, all you're going to do is slice the onions a little bit, like that. That's it, okay? And we're going to throw them right into our Presto as we cut them. This is no big deal. It's easy. Don't really care what the chunks are. You can slice them, make them pretty as you want to. Very, very simple. Let's cut these off, get the skins off them. There we go. You can put more onions in there if you want to. Like I say, I'm using, 3 medium-sized onions. And that's actually perfect for it. Let me get the skin off that. Set that there. Get the skin off this one. Let me slice that down like this a little bit. Boom, that, like that. Oh, I got to show you my new book. As soon as I get the onion off me, I finally got my release on Life with a Fisherman, which is really, really cool. I love the cover. I mean, the book really came to good. I'm very happy with it. That's all I can say. And what I'm going to be doing with that is, you know how the world is today, everything's about ebooks. So we're going to be ebooking this, and I'm setting up with some publish houses right now to do ebooks. And what I'm going to do for everybody out there is go to papabooks.net, and I'll put links for ebook sites out there. They're going to be in Kindle and iPad and blah, blah, blah. I mean, you'll be able to find them yourself. But I'll put the names of the books down. I'm going to put 4 books up on ebook. And they're all going to be very nice price for everybody so you can afford them out there. Okay? Let me get these onions sliced up. And let me show you that book here in a minute. I just want to get these babies sliced up and thrown in there. And get them cooking. Look at that. Yeah! Love the smell of them onions cooking up. And like I say, this is very, very quick. It's very, very easy to do for all you families out there that are on the go. All right, and now we're going to get our garlics into this. And I actually have 3 cloves that I'm putting in. Let me get the skins off them. We're just going to cut the cloves up a little bit. Get the skin off that. All we're going to do is chop this cloves up just a little bit. I mean, if you've got chopped cloves in the refrigerator, use them. Don't be afraid to use them. I just so happen to have a bunch of cloves in there, nice and fresh ones, so that's what I'm putting in here. Get that out the way. Boy, smell them onions cooking. I like that. And all we're trying to do at this point is brown them onions up a little bit and the garlic up a little bit. Okay. And then we'll get our chicken going here. I'll show you what we're going to do to our chicken. Get the skin off that, put them over there. Now let's just chop these up a little bit. No big deal. Just more or less for the flavor anyhow. Look at that. Chopping, bap, bam, chop. Love it. God, this is a beautiful time of year. You know, I'm going to be doing probably in the next couple weeks maybe 10 different canning shows for canned foods, because everybody's gardens are starting to finish up and you'll be able to can your tomatoes, make a nice corn relish. I mean, I got it. There's a really nice hot dog sauce that you can can up. It's great all winter long. I'll show you how to do that on another show. Let me get this stuff mixed in here a little bit. There we go. Let's just get them onions browned up a little bit. Now, while these onions are browning up, we're going to put a little bit of peppermint flavor in there. And I'm talking just a little bit. I'm going to take my cap and I'm going to put about 2 drops in there, and that's it. And we're just going to put 2 drops, get them in there. And believe me, 2 drops of peppermint is enough flavor for this. Now we're going to take our ginger and we are going to put about a 1/4 teaspoon in PapaTucks paw and throw that right in there. Yeehaw! There you go. Now let's stir that up a little bit there, get these onions browned up a little bit more. And these don't take very long. Now, while these onions are, let me spread these out a little bit. Love this presto. There it is, right there, I gotta show you. This is life with a fisherman. Now, this thing is awesome. You gotta check this cover out. Look at that. Now this is on my website right now at papabooks.net, but we're just getting the ebook market set up on it. Isn't that awesome? Lennox Eriks did this artwork special for this book. He hand painted this cover, and I'm appalled to him. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. And by the way, Leonard, your book is in the mail to you. I love it. I hand signed one and got one right in the mail to him. Let me get this over here. Put that out of the way. All right, let's get our chicken going here. And what we do with this is very, very simple. We just open up our chicken and put it into this glass bowl that I've got. There we go. Get this one opened up. Get the diaper off the bottom of it. Don't forget to get the diaper off it that the meat guy put on it. I'm going to throw them right in the garbage. I'd throw them on the floor for Mama Tuck to clean up, but they make an awful mess. It's slippery. So let's get our chicken all kneaded up here. Now what I did is I took this chicken out of the freezer. It's not quite thawed yet, but that don't really matter. I put it into the microwave and I put it on defrost and defrosted a little bit. Oh boy, them onions are smelling good. Let me go wash my hands, then we're going to get our marinade set up in that. Yeah, remember to keep your hands clean, all you cooks out there, you new cooks. There we go. Let me get this over here and wipe my paws off. Now, this is very, very simple. At this point, we're going to take our mango, okay? And you can pick this up at most any grocery stores. And, I mean, you don't have to use the mango. I love the mango flavor with this dish. It's very good. You can use something different if you want to. But we're going to take this mango, get the cap off it here. I'll cut it off. There we go. Get the cap off it, just like that. And we're going to pour that right in there. Just like that. Just like that. And we're using half of this jar. Okay, and this is 16 fluid ounces. And we're using half of it into this marinade. And then I'm going to cap that back off. And I'm going to put that right back in the refrigerator. Put that right in there. Now that I've opened it up, that needs to be refrigerated. Now, we're going to take some of our wine, and we're going to put about a half a cup in there. Just like that. Put about a half a cup into that marinade right there, okay? And it's time for PapaTuck to have some Italian coffee. Yeah, I love it. Okay. There's that. Now we got to stir these onions and garlic up a little bit. Boy, you can hear them babies sizzling up. They're just starting to brown ever so nicely here. Oh my God, do they smell good. God, I love the smell of garlic and onion cooking. That's very, very, very homey. Okay, now let's get this stuff out the way. We don't need it anymore. There you go. Now on your marinade, everybody's different. Okay, now there's different ways of marinating. I want to stir this up a little bit. I like to marinate for this dish, there we go, about 5 minutes. I don't take and put this in the refrigerator overnight. I throw my marinade in RedWineChicken while I'm prepping up my onions. 5 to 10 minutes, under 10 is fine. It just brings that marinade flavor into the grain of the meat just a little bit, and the outside has the marinade flavor, and the inside's got the freshness of the meat. So that's, to me, is very important with this dish. Okay? Now that we got that going, we're going to take our can opener. We're going to open up these crushed tomatoes. We've got our onions pretty much browned up right now. And we're going to get these tomatoes right in there. Just like this. That's what I mean. This dish is so quick, so easy, so simple. Get that cap off there without getting cut. There you go. And we're going to put that right in our presto. There we go. And we're going to put a 1/4 can of water in our, in our can. And we're going to mix that around. Just a 1/4 can of water we're going to add to this. And we're going to pour right into that, just like that. And throw it right there. That baby's sizzling up nice now. Look at that. Now, we stir this up. Okay. Stir it just like this. Our onions are browned up. They're not browned up a lot. They just started cooking through. They just started browning to very, very little. I'm going to put that like that. Now, we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of brandy. Now, that's about a 1/4 cup of brandy. There you go. I'll put that right over the side over here. We're going to stir this up just like this. Stir that brandy in there. Ooh, smell that. Now, put that like that. We're going to put the top on this. We're going to turn that right up to about 325, and we're going to let that cook for about 5 minutes like that while our chicken's marinating, and then we're going to throw the chicken to it. All right. Now, I forgot to mention, oh, look at that. Oh, my God, does that ever smell good? I forgot to mention that we put a teaspoon of parsley in there and a teaspoon of oregano in there. And I already put that in there. And then I just added a little bit more water to this. And I'm ready right now at this point to put my chicken in. So I'm going to pour my chicken right into this mix. Everything. Marinate and everything. Pour it right in there. Just like that. Throw this over here for Mama Tuck to clean. Yeah! Then we're just going to put this chicken, spread it out evenly in here. Okay. Just like this. We are at 350 on our presto. Look at that. Oh my God, does that ever smell good? This meat is going to fall right off these bones when this is done. This takes about 35 minutes. 20 to 35 minutes. We'll keep an eye on to it, but you got to make sure that the chicken is done and cooked all the way through. And I'll always just either take my meat thermometer and put it in there and make sure it comes up, tell me my poultry's done. Or I'll take and I'll split it open a little bit, and if my white meat is all the way to the bone and not pink at all, you know your chicken's done, all you new cooks out there. Now, while this is cooking, go to my website and check out the new book. I can't believe I finally got, I've been a year waiting for this book. I wrote it, got it edited. I mean, how can you beat it? Life for the Fisherman. It's actually about a little boy who grows up on on Martha's Vineyard on the East Coast, right where we are, right on Martha's Vineyard. And it's a fairy tale story about a boy who grows up and learns the old way of the fisherman. You've got to read it. It's really cool. And I'd like to take a minute and thank my sponsor, AIM HVAC. And out here on the island, you'll find them in the newspaper under AMHVAC and the classifieds, I guess. They're doing plumbing. They're licensed plumbers. They're doing air conditioning. They're doing furnaces. And I guess they're running a special on furnace cleanings for these hard times of this economy. They're actually rolling prices back maybe 10 years. I mean, they're doing cleanings for like $150 plus parts. I mean, how can you beat that? Especially with the oil furnaces. Come on. But let's smell this again. I'm gonna put my binoculars on so I can get them all steamed up when I open this. Yeah! Oh my God, look at that. Now after putting my marinated chicken in there, that's starting to come up to temp. Yeah, spread them out just a little bit more. Now I want you to know too, at this point, if you've got zucchini in the garden that's all ripe, I don't have one right now, or I would be putting it in there right now, but if you've got a zucchini, nice size zucchini, you slice that all up at this point, and you put this right in there with this when you put your chicken in so that they cook together. Very good with zucchini. It's very good with eggplant. This is one dish that I love with eggplant. There's not a lot you can do with eggplant. This is very good with eggplant. Slice it up into like 1/4-inch slices and put it right in here, right at this point, and just let it cook with it. And then you can take and put this with rice on the side. You can take like angel hair pasta or thick pasta, you know, whatever, or penne noodles. You can put this with macaroni, put this right over the top of it. There's so many things that you can do with this dish once it's done. You've got your chicken on the side, your pasta, your nice sauce over it. Very, very good. Very good. And I can just smell it cooking. All right, I decided at the last minute here to go with some pasta. I was just saying that it's so good with pasta. I love it with pasta. So instead of rice, I'm going to do it with pasta. But that's up to you guys. That's up to your choice, whatever you have in your house. So I took my pot. I filled her up with water. I remember all you new cooks out there, notice where my handle is on this stove. I put it in so when you walk by it or your child walks by it, they don't knock it off and get scalded with the water. So we're going to bring our water up to temperature, get it at a hard boil. Then I'm going to put my pasta in here. And then we'll get the pasta all set up for the side. Now let's go over here and take a look at this chicken. Maybe I can get the camera to do a close-up, show what this thing is looking on. Let me get my binoculars on. Take the Presto top off of here. Oh my God, does that ever smell good. I can't tip this too much because of my sauce, but look at this. Look at that. Oh my God, that chicken's cooking up nice. Nice. Let's stir it just a little bit. Look at that. Now, I want to point out something before I put the chicken in here. Okay, I put that 1/4 can of water in there. And while I was marinating the chicken and we were cooking our onions and our sauce, bringing it up to a temperature, my sauce started actually cooking all the water out. The water was starting to evaporate out of it, and I added another 1/4 can to that. So just keep an eye on that. You know what I mean? Use common sense in the kitchen and just keep an eye to it. If it needs a little bit more water, I mean, you don't want your sauce burning, you know that. Just put a little bit more water in it. So at this point, as soon as this gets up to temperature, we put our pasta in there. We're going to put our green beans into this probably in another 5 minutes. I'm going to check the chicken. As soon as my chicken is white all the way through and I know that it's cooked, that's when I'm going to put my green beans into that, and I'm going to actually turn that down at that point because the green beans don't need to be really cooked. And when I turn this down to like 175 or 200, that's plenty to get all the juices flowing through those green beans for that flavor. Or your zucchini would be in there and all done. And actually, well, you can do it two ways. You can throw your green beans in too. But if you've got zucchini in there or eggplant, don't add the green beans. Just use that one, you know, one favorite food of whatever you're putting in there. Okay. And don't forget to go check out my books at my website. All right. I mean, you know where it is. It's PapaBooks.net. The cookbook. I've got another cookbook coming out. Probably about 6 months from now. And what I'm trying to do with the close to 100 shows that we filmed right now that are airing all over the country, there's close to 80 million people viewing the shows now, which is cool. Thank you. And I know you're all donating to the food pantries in your community. And remember, that's what this is all about, is help those hungry kids out there. Donate to your local food pantry. So we'll get this water up and we'll put it together and show you what it looks like. All right. Now, our pasta has come up to a boil and it is al dente. Mwah! So, I'm going to get the pasta off real quick. I'll go right over here. Get this baby, get the water all out of it. Bring this back over here. Put this up here. What we're going to do is we're going to take and put our pasta in this bowl. And we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in the bowl. And then we're going to throw our pasta in there. We're going to stir it around a little bit so it don't stick. So let me get this all strained good. Get all the water out of it. Bring that right over. And we're going to dump that right in there. There's our pasta. Let's get it all. Make sure we get all our pasta. Things are expensive. Put that back in the sink for Mama Tuck to clean. Going to throw a little bit more green olive oil in there. Just to stir it around a little bit. Just like that. Get that stirred around a little bit. And we're going to set that aside. And let's take a piece of chicken out and check it. I have a feeling it's done. We're going to check. Get my binoculars on so I can see. Step back so my binoculars don't get all steamed up. Take that top. Oh my God, does that ever smell so good? Oh my God. Now, I've been off and on, not a lot, but off and on, I've been taking and stirring this like this just to make sure that it doesn't burn to the bottom of my Presto. You don't want your sauce burning to the bottom of your Presto, because remember, your sauce is thickening and your water's evaporating out of it as you cook. So you don't want to burn it. So just, you know, not a lot, just every once in a while, check to make sure that it's not burning to the bottom, okay? But we're going to take a piece out and check it. So let's take a big piece of our chicken out here. And what I like to do is I like to take the biggest piece of chicken out. And I know it's done because the meat's falling right off the bone. My God, look at that. Anyhow, I like to take the biggest piece out. Because if the biggest piece is done, you know the rest of it's done. So let me slice into that and we'll check that right out. Oh my God, yes, that's falling right out. Oh my God, it's falling right off the bone. The meat's done all the way through. And it's white, white, white all the way to the bone. So we know that our chicken's done. So at this point, I'm going to put this back in there. And I'm going to take and put my chicken off to the sides of my Presto. Like this. Now I know it's done. I'm going to stir it just a little bit more, make sure we're not burning. And I'm going to turn this down to about 175, 200. And I've already taken my green beans, opened them up and got all the juice out. I'm going to dump them right in the middle. Look at that. 1 can and 2 can. There we go. Now Mama Duck can pick that one up. Yeah, get that one too, Mama Duck. Now let's stir this right in here into the middle of our pan, our green beans into our sauce. Just like this. Get our sauce right into it. Oh my God, the meat's falling right off the bone. Oh my God, does that ever look so good. There's our green beans all mixed into the sauce. Like that. And I've got my chicken off to the side. My green beans have got that nice sauce flavor all over now. And I'm going to tip this up a little bit, see if the camera can't get a close-up and show you what this looks like. There we go. I don't want to tip it too much. Now, can the camera see that? Can you guys see that in the audience out there? Oh my God. Does that ever smell so good? Yeah, I love this. Let's put this right back down. Okay, put that right there like that. Now, let's take and put some onto a dish here, and I'll show you what it looks like. Take our dish out here like this. Let's get a little bit of pasta. Oh my God, does that ever look good? Love pasta. Now, you can take a little bit of the sauce and add right to this pasta too, so it don't stick together also. Well, let's put that to the side. That's not sticking together because I put my olive oil in there. Now let's put some of this right in here. Take that piece of chicken. Look at that. Oh my God, does that ever look good? Take some of them green beans, put on here like this. Oh my God. Oh, I love the smell of that. Take some of that, put right over the top. Put a little bit of that sauce on there. Oh, and some of them onions. Look at that. Now see how that chicken just fell right off that bone? Look, I mean, that just fell right off the bone. Look at that. This is so good looking. I'm going to put my top back on the Presto. I'm going to get a little bit of grated cheese. Look at this. And we're going to put a little bit of grated cheese right on the top of that. Look at that. Oh my God, does that ever look good. And remember, that's very good with zucchini too. I really like it with zucchini, especially this time of year. We can turn that off now. It's taking up a lot of noise. Let's try this. Oh my God. And this is what we got. Look at this. Look at this. That is so good. And the kids love it too. I mean, you don't have to add green beans to it if you don't want to, but we like green beans here at PapaTucks house. So let me try a little bit of that pasta with that sauce on it. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. Mmm. Oh my God, is that so good. And try a little bit of that chicken. Look at that. That just fell right off the bone. Oh my God, wait till you try the chicken red wine. Oh, it's so good. That chicken took approximately 30 minutes to cook, okay? I mean, this whole dish was done within like a 35-minute period. And this is awesome for the working families in this real, I won't say it, but it's a bad, bad, bad economy out there. Things don't really look like they're looking up. So meals like this, bring your family back to the kitchen table and do some of PapaTucks cooking in your kitchen. Thank you, and I'll see you again. Enjoy, and don't forget to help those food pantries out there. All right. Don't forget to go to my website and look in your bookstores, and you're going to be able to do the ebooks too. And I'll put the links on my website at papabooks.net so that you'll know who's doing ebooks. But I think it's Kindle and Nook and all that. I actually love the ebooks because I don't know if you realize this or not. They're saving trees because books take trees to make paper. So with ebooks, there's no trees involved. So you're being green. But check out the cookbook, Cooking with PapaTuck. All right. Check out The Outlaw Deer Hunter, which is a novel. It's an awesome, awesome book. Love this thing. And don't forget to check out the new release, Life with a Fisherman. Totally, totally awesome book. We love it. I've had 4 or 5 people. I just got these. I've had 4 or 5 people read it, and they can't put it down. I got one kid, he went to the beach, he's reading it on the beach, and he did not put this book down. He sat right there and read the whole thing. It's a short read. It's perfect for the beach. It's a short read. And it has some wonderful pictures in there. And then it also has some history of the island in here too. It's awesome. Go check it out. Don't forget to go check it out.